guys, good evening. Welcome back to Footy Talk episode 7. Thanks for all the viewers there. Thanks for following us. First of all, please like, subscribe, and follow us on all the platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, name it. Share it out to your friends, get them to watch it. We have few topics here today, and we have some great panelists here from our side. Okay, let me start off. Thanks, welcome back, Sashi.
Thank you, Vinod.
Hi, Dinesh. Rina, after the big letdown today morning, stay strong. We have Kuga from FC Barcelona, Malaysia. We have two great guys from Spurs, Malaysia, Takzwi and Ayani. And lastly, our regular, Dave. Welcome back, guys. Okay, there are a few topics today we'll be focusing on. First, mainly, Koeman. Is he the right one for Barca? Second, Ole. Is this the right coach, manager to maintain at United? Spurs, flying under Jose. Arsenal, hitting a hard break or something, not sure. Lastly, we do a roundup on the Champions League. Okay, first up, Barca. We have Kuga here.
Yes.
Do you want to take up the ball, man? What's going on in Barcelona now?
The problem with Barcelona, actually, if you want to look at it, started way back. They've been sweeping it under the rug because we were winning the league and Messi was scoring. And now, since when Messi is not scoring, and then after the loss against Bayern, now only they start seeing what's happening, and then they bring Koeman. The thing about Koeman is, when he first came in, I told that he's not the guy that is going to. He might not be the guy that's going to bring you titles or treble or whatsoever, but he's the guy who can fix the problem behind the scenes, the dressing room, the management kind of things. He's doing, maybe there's a little improvement in the dressing room, but tactically he is, I don't know. Barcelona is still clueless. We saw like very clearly against Juventus. They were clueless. They panicked, and they don't know what to do. They don't understand their own role.
Okay, but if Koeman is a man to bring back, but there was a shutout today by your acting president that if he was given the choice, Koeman would not still be in the post. So that does not send the right message out and gives the players the benefit of doubt. So is it when we see the same power struggle to come back at Barca? Because I think there is also issues that they are not happy with the tactics with the 4-2-3-1, and even from the boards, there's no support for Koeman. So are we going to see the players reworking again?
Uh, Players are revoking again. That's what they've been doing for so long. After Valverde, Setien, they don't like Setien, and now Koeman, they don't like this. That's what they've been doing for so long. But the thing about Koeman is he is what you call keras kepala lah. You don't like him, you don't like his setting, but you don't have choice. He's something like Mourinho. Mourinho, I think he's like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to like him. You just have to play the way he wants you to play. And Koeman does that. That is good to break the ego that the dressing room have for me. For now, that's what Barca needs. And yes, the 4-2-3-1, in my opinion, when I'm watching the game, it doesn't work actually. You can see that the own players, they don't understand their own role. When defending, they don't know what to do. When going to transitioning from defense to attack, they don't know what to do.
Bro, can't be worse than us, bro. Can't be worse than us. 5-2-3.
I have no comment on that.
United is in a different way world. They are in a formation that we can't even digest. Okay, but coming back to Koeman, then can I say 4-2-3-1? Was it a wrong choice for him to let go of Suarez? Because he used to be a key player up there. There seemed to be no focal point up, and Pasnik is not getting to the team, despite being one of the core signings.
Letting go of Suarez is not the wrong choice, but letting him go and not replacing him is the wrong thing to do. We never find replacement. They were replying on Ansu Fati, but Ansu Fati is not the classic number 9. When you're playing 4-2-3-1, the one has to be a classic number 9. We don't have that. We're still depending on Messi and Griezmann, which doesn't work.
You need someone like Lewandowski up there.
Okay.
You need someone like Higuain, a typical number 9.
Yeah, typical number 9. Then they're now thinking of Haaland. I'm not sure lah.
Yeah, but Haaland, would it be? Let's see how it goes. Dave, what's your point? What do you think?
Um, I guess when I saw the match, Barcelona and Juventus, there is no, there is like what Kuga said is right. Probably the 4-2-3-1 doesn't work, and Coleman is looking at the man management of the squad instead of um, seeing the way they should play, the regular way they should play. I don't see any fighting spirit in them. And this season, if I'm not mistaken, there was like 5 or 6 games when they were 1-0 down. There's no fighting spirits to come back or to win the game, and they have there is something else that need to come in like the mentality, the mentality of the players. They need to support the manager as well. I mean, stay behind the manager and stick to his philosophy or whatever game, I mean, what I mean, formation or system or game plan that he wants to put in into the game. So there is no unity. There is no unity. You can see from the face of Messi. I mean, he's like, should I play or should I not play? So like he just lost it. He's just not in Barcelona. His heart is set somewhere else. So we are not sure.
But another thing to him is that Barcelona. I mean, Barcelona is having a lot of injuries at the moment. I mean, the slogan for
Yeah,
Barcelona is more than a club, but right now
yeah,
it's looking more like a hospital actually. It's like a lot of
yeah.
people getting
Yeah.
injured.
I can understand that. The loss of Gerard Piqué is a big blow actually for Barcelona.
I mean, Koeman, if you look at his history, he started coaching 2001, 20 years. He's been traveling. Top max he's been in club 2 years, 3 years. So do you still think he'd be the right one to replace? Because from the first 10 games, you guys had literally one of the worst start ever. The only good point was in Champions League, but that the last game it looked way off. Pirlo seems to be rebuilding back Juventus, but the same can't be said for Barca. So, from as a fan, what do you think needs to be changed? What is the most crucial part, the main part that you think that has to be tweaked? I do this, we will come back.
First of all, you have to trust the younger players. You need to not say get rid of, you need to take away the players from their comfort zone. Right now, Messi have his comfort zone, Busquets have his comfort zone. They have been playing the same shit for the past 10 years. You have to take them out of that. Then only you can look into what you can do tactically. Mentally, you have to be stronger.
Does you have anything to say?
Yeah, what Kuga is saying is exactly what is happening at Barcelona at the moment. Why the struggle of Barcelona is because Messi has been taken out of his comfort zone, or because you see previously he used to play with a midfield, which is he is very comfortable with. He can move around, he can play, he can do whatever he likes, and those players will actually follow him. But right now, he's playing all alone, and he's also playing in a system whereby they are putting Ansu Fati as the new leader, as a new focal point. So that is the reason why you see a lot of goals coming from him. And whereas Messi has been used to aid this how to say transition process. That is what exactly what is happening at Barcelona at the moment.
So are
Yeah,
we telling
uh,
Messi is the
the
problem?
Uh,
Is
the
No,
players,
I
Messi?
don't
the
think.
players, over the years, the players become too dependent on Messi. Now, everyone, you get the ball, you just look for Messi. You don't have your own gameplay actually. So the games that Messi is not playing, that is where you can see each player's individuality, what they can actually do, other than just pass the ball to Messi. For me, limiting Messi's role is good for now.
Well, we have a comment here from Puawasan Silva. He said, "I'm out for a comment. Do you think so? If I tell you to rate him between 1 to 10, what do you rate him so far?
So far, I give him still seven, not too bad, seven,
7
because
is quite impressive.
he's trusting the younger players. He's bringing them up. For me, that's something I want to look at.
I
So
think we know
gentlemen,
we
what the
have.
hell?
I think we have discussed about this giving Coleman the first 10. So he actually hit the right at the right time, that the 10th game that he's having so much of problem. So is that do you think Kuga, do you think that that um, against Juventus would eventually change the mentality of the players in the coming games?
By right, last week they lost against Cadiz, so
Yep, Cadiz.
that game itself should have changed the mentality, but they still lose lah. Um, I I don't hope that much. I just hope they fix whatever the fighting spirit that should be fixed first lah.
Okay.
I don't think so. Juventus game will much impact going on. They will. I think they will be the same. Some more like this. It's honest opinion lah. I mean, as a fan, I want them to improve, but honest opinion, I don't think so. It's been like that for so long.
Okay, Huga, the last question for you. Champions League, round of 16. Who are you anticipating? You got five choices
Uh,
there. Who do you want?
to be honest, everything is like a suicide actually. But upon all that, I think we never met Dortmund. I don't can't remember when was the last
I
time we met
think,
Dortmund. So I want
I
Dortmund.
think Liverpool might be an easier choice.
They, yeah.
I think for Liverpool, might get
Come,
to the
come,
Yeah,
say.
I,
quarterfinals.
I want to I want to I want to meet Liverpool in semi-final. I want to let them in 4-0, and then I want to come back again in something.
That's a good
Make
one.
sure you win both, okay? Make sure you win both. You don't go and
Make
feel and
sure.
get yourself defeated more.
Alright, guys. I mean, okay, Kuga, any last word for Barca before we move up to the next topic?
Uh, I just hope Koeman stays at least for 2 seasons. Everyone is thinking about bringing Xavi because the election is coming. But at least 1 or 2 seasons, give him some time. Change takes time. I
They should give him time. Watch what is happening at Arsenal. They give Bloomberg time, get Arteta, they're down at 15. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next topic. Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs, the special one, Jose Mourinho. Is he back? Ayani, what do you think?
To be honest, at first we have mixed feelings about him because he did mention that you will never coach Spurs.
Jose out.
Jose, I'm not this that. And even though this is true story, even in Malaysia Spurs, they have a WhatsApp group anti Mourinho. Okay? And I don't know why I'm inside there because I'm not anti Mourinho. Because to be honest, I do respect his accomplishment. So when he first came, we were in 14 position, and he did gradually and also facing a lot of injuries that last season. And even with that situation, he managed to carry us to Europa, which we're going to probably meet up with Man U later. All right. So so far, to me, he has done a tremendous job. Okay, it's not easy for him, I guess, to change the mentality because the way Pochettino is playing and the way he's playing, the philosophy is totally different. And as a Spurs fan who supported Spurs based on the foundation of flair football, um, I think I beginning to adapt and accept Mourinho tactics, whatever it takes for us to win at least a cup. That's my view. I mean, Tazri, if you want to add something.
Does it what do you think? Because there's been a change of transition of football massively from how Pochettino used to play free flowing football. The mentality totally changed. It's now just about grinding out victories, but he gets it right. He sit downs, he counters, he gets it there. He delivers you that. So is it what you guys prefer? Because when Pochettino was building, it was more about building free flowing football, but there was no you did not win any trophies. You got there, it was just a bit more to get there. But tak sampai. So what is it that Mourinho is doing it differently?
Right. firstly, like Ayani told just now, when Jose came in, we are at the 14th of the table. I think somewhere in November 2019. Uh, Mourinho is actually a guy that always use a base system on his, playing tactics. So it's actually started with 4-2-3-1 in Spurs, and actually he changed around seeing on what is the opposition. If let's say we are playing against a top six or hard team, he will change it to 4-3-3 instead of playing 4-2-3-1. And as well, when we actually defend it, like his famous with this park the bus system with 4-4-1-1. So it made a problem to other, team to break through the defense. So with a complement of arrival of Sigurd, Reguilon, Osberg, so we can see the different play in the Spurs nowadays, especially in the middle, defensive midfield, which is actually we can see what Osberg been excellent providing much needed in the midfield together with Sissoko. And we also have Dombele playing again week in week out in more. He's actually he didn't get a trust by Mourinho last season because just now Coleman also he is actually a guy who like people to play on whatever he instruct. See, so in Spurs nowadays, you can see the shape is coming through. They play with passion. We defend well. We do the counter attack. And the last two game I see, if you see against the City and Arsenal, we get the goal with the counter attack. We didn't touch the ball lots. We defend well. We have the system on it, and I think we can get through. What Mourinho here now is actually what is Mourinho in Chelsea. Is not the one who is in Manchester United. He's still underdog, but the dog is in the game fighting.
The special one. Oh, we have a comment from Christian Pilot. Mourinho over Ole. We come to that, Christian.
Okay, I just want to add something.
Yes.
Okay. What worries me, to be honest, is Mourinho tactical playing against a weaker team. We actually are struggling playing against Burnley, West Brom. We're struggling to score because they are the one who are parking the bus. So we are the one who's struggling to score. So what worries me is, to be honest, not the top team at the moment because I think Mourinho somehow or other know how to play them, but how to play against the mid-table team and the bottom team, and because they are the one who defends. And watching games against Burnley, Brighton, West Brom, I was not so convinced that we can get the points. We were lucky against West Brom, to be honest. Most of the game against them. So I hope when you're talking about a game against Liverpool, actually I'm quite worried the next game against Crystal Palace. Because tactically against Liverpool, to be honest, we know Liverpool flat the ball, Speedy Gonzalez, right, left, bottom, center, everywhere. And I don't know lah how dia orang minum air apa ke, dia main semua laju-laju. So, and
Hey, come on, Villa beat them 7-2. You guys can beat them even more.
yeah, because they have injury
Trust
problem.
yourself. Top of the table, win the Premier League.
But to be honest, Spurs do have a chance for the title. However, they need to overcome on
You beat Menu 6-1. You guys beat Menu 6-1. Don't worry about Crystal Palace, West Brom, Brighton. You guys can go and whack them any point of time.
We're going there. We have to beat Liverpool first. That's
Yeah.
my thing.
But this season it's more interesting because Yes, how you said you have problem. That how okay? There's a comment from Sina. No Ericsson, no problem. What do you think? Because you guys have seem to be have more depth. Previously, Kane is not there, Son is not there. Oh shit, we have a problem. But now you look at your bench. You got Bale, you got Bergwijn, you got Mola there to change, and Deli Ali is nowhere to be seen.
Okay, now, no, Ariston, the problem, yes, I agree. Because Ariston was awesome when we first signed him a few years. And after that, when he started demanding for higher wages, and we did entertain him, then after that, he just depleted. You know, he didn't show even his facial expression, his body language. The fans actually is pissed off with him because of the way he plays, the way he showed there's no passion and all. I mean, the game. He just like, okay, I just play football. That's it. There's no really the desire. And right now, even Delhi Ali cannot get into the sport, as you mentioned. Okay, Dali Ali is working hard, which I know from my friend in the first in Tottenham. Say that Dali Ali is working hard to increase that because he's trying to adapt, the way of Mourinho. So Harrison is good when he was on form, but we have the new Ange Ndombele. He is like a reborn player. He's the playmaker. As you can see, most of the goals surrounding about Hobie and him in the center, who created most of the pocket, the small pocket that he passed. So I mean, Dombele and Ericsson, I prefer Dombele because Ericsson can't even kick a corner kick properly. By the end of the season.
Yeah, Dombele has reinvented. Azmi, I have a question for you. Uh, we had Kane performing, Son performing, but do you think Coach Berg is the main guy, the general there who's been leading you guys?
So sorry.
Does it? No, I mean Hoiberg. He's the main one, I think, the general who has been changing you guys. Kane, yes, you have Kane and Son, but I feel he's the main game changer, the main player that Mourinho got it right to get his tactics perfect.
Yeah, I can agree on it because Hashper been doing excellent thing to the team, providing the defense that we've been needed for so long. Been partnering with Sissoko, been partnering with some other players as well. He's been doing a great job. He's being around on the field, you can see. And actually, on the more one of the Jose one tactic is actually to kill off the playmaker on the field. So that's why we use Hodgberg and Sissoko along. So we have like a layer of system whereby Hochberg and Sissoko and come down to the Toby and maybe Deer. So this kind of system that required, a good player who can defend like Hochberg. That's what I can see. So coming back to the recent case that I would like to add out is actually you can see Kane playing at the Edison part. You can see that. Why we need Harrison? He been delivering to what Sun a lot of time, and we have a goal with it. No, we have also Celso and the what they call it Dombele as Ayani said. They are great right now, and actually we are not in the high speed tempo, so we don't need much more on the Harrison, no, like kind of player.
Yeah,
We managed to do
Well,
it.
I just want to add out about Hoiberg position, right? I mean, most successful football team like Real Madrid at one point they have Makelele, Chelsea have Makelele, now they have Kante. During Manchester United, you have Roy Keane, Ryan Robson. All these type of players, they are playing simple. They win the ball and they just pass to the creative player. So every single team they must have. I mean, I don't want to mention this, but during Arsenal time they have Patrick Vieira. You know, he's that kind of player who win the ball, who really from the blind side win the ball, at the final third or defensive third at your area, and pass it to the to your creative player. So that role actually is is crucial for any team to have that kind of player. Spurs don't have that kind of player like, under Pochettino. So that's why it's a massive improvement this season when we Mourinho purchased, by
Hey guys, we have a comment from Nicholas Chan here. I have a local Spurs friend of mine. When Mourinho was appointed as manager, he said it's the worst decision ever. Does the fan base now finally expect Mourinho 100%? Has he won the trust?
As I mentioned earlier, as Tazweed knows about it, we have even Malaysia Spurs, we have the anti-Mourinho WhatsApp group. You know, they were
So,
talking shit about Mourinho in that group. I just watch only lah. I don't comment lah.
so
So
yeah, yes.
we love
Right.
Mourinho. Change
You had
only.
an anti-Mourinho.
You
Is it
see,
now Mourinho?
yeah, you're going there. You see, when Jose Mourinho arriving to Spurs, what we say is actually why we take Jose. He did nothing to Manchester United. He was being hopeless in there. Why we take him as our manager? We sack Posh. We've been doing quite well to us. Uh, that's what we actually don't have a trust on him at the first. But came out when he actually throwing his ego and doing his right thing to the being as like a Chelsea manager last time. So we are getting there, and maybe we'll trust on him later on.
Yes, what's first expectation this season? Where do you guys see?
This is it.
Yes.
Um, first or second?
First or second?
You want my answer?
Yes.
I can't see Arsenal now. Sorry, Shashi.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, Dinesh, Finas. Okay, Sina came back. Very good to hear Spurs fans view. Here we all thought Eriksen leaving was different sentiment. Okay, Spurs, looks like we were wrong. Yeah, Eriksen is not performing. Can't even get to the team in Inter. Serves him right. Spurs are flying. He must be regretting. And is Manchester regretting too? You let go of Mourinho. You brought in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Look at where you guys are, and look at where Spurs are.
Okay.
Is it just
to be honest, not even one moment of regret, because we also got something from Jose. I think to defer on what was said today, that Jose was not doing well United. He still won a Europa on the worst day given. So I mean, yeah, when Jose left United, it was something coming because the third season syndrome, like how happened in Chelsea, same thing. So when he got sacked the Liverpool game at Anfield, I mean, when Ole came in, we have the sentiments where he's a legend. We got to back him up and all. But again, comes back to being sensible. But doing bad, you're doing bad. But doing good, you're doing good. But not every game we can win. We're not like the legendary God drive Barcelona team. We can't be like that. But of course, you're not going to take baby steps to achieve success. And I'm one person. I also have many groups who ask Ole out, Ole that. For me, it's Ole all the way because see, football is just not about winning titles immediately because it's not. When a baby born, you still got to walk or start running, right? So it will take time to build a team because if Ferguson took that long of a time to build a team in the 90s and onwards, it will definitely take time for Ole. You got to take out the rotten apples. I can name two Frenchmen who screwing up Ole's time in United, Pogba and Martial. Pogba is good on the pitch, had his own moods. Martial seems like a football dropout. I don't know with what brains we got him actually. He missed a sitter. He's not doing his work. So if people tell me that Ole's time is up, if other players like Bruno Fernandes and all that are performing, and those who are not performing, so that's the reason why Ole is actually doing not good. So the problem with Ole right now, in a micromanaging point of view, he is not being brave enough to let go or drop the players not necessary. Martial especially, because as a striker we want goals. we have a leaky defense. We bought Maguire for 80 million. That was one of the worst buys I've seen for a long time. Shows clearly money has no value. And making him the captain of United, someone said that why not Bruno? And then they said that Bruno is captain. Well, Maguire is just one season. What enables him to be captain? You know, so the decision making at the back is what is causing Ole a lot of headache. But I feel that when I see a few things like Ole did, in which against Man City with Guardiola, we won 3-4. Even the great Sir Alex has not done that. So Ole has the touch; he can do it. But the thing is, I personally, I'm supporting this club for 28 years, and I can tell you that just give him some time. Trust me, we can do something this season. We were like what 10, 11, 12, 13, and now we are fifth. Yeah, we can do something, but the thing is the pressure is on Ole because of characters on the pitch. People he trusts and put on the pitch to backstab him does not perform like the United players supposed to be. Along the World Cup winners they were, so that is the problem. So the problem is not Ole. The problem is the players. So if I was Ole, if I was someone to advise Ole, come January, I'll just keep Pogba out, rot him on the bench, get Martial out on loan, because these are just bad apples for the team. So if you ask me, okay, if Ferguson's still around right now and this patch we're going through, would we say that Ferguson goes out? I would say Ferguson go out because it's Ferguson. But Ferguson 30 years ago, we would have just kicked him out of the club. We were so close to doing that until the FA Cup. So just give Ole the space. I'm sure he can do something. Against Leipzig, uh, had the third goal not entered because of some communication breakdown between both the defender and the goalkeeper. We would have gone through right now. We did a comeback, 80% comeback, 2-2. 3-2. We have it. How often do you see Ben Hull or Jose or Moyes United doing comeback in a very often time? We don't have that. But under Ole, we we had a comeback kings again. But Leipzig was gone too far before a comeback would happen. That's what I can say for
Ines, I want to ask you a question, Ken.
yeah.
Okay, well, I have I have a bunch of Manchester United friends, and one of them said that Ole doesn't do his work. That's why he needs to do. That's why you guys can name comeback king, because you guys, first half lineup screw up, and then he have to change second half. So, what's your point of view about Ole doesn't really do his homework before the game, and every time he screw up the first 11.
Okay. I mean, yes, okay. Okay, just to answer your question, right? This was something I heard from Jose in the Amazon Prime show about Spurs, right? Yeah, I watched that. I watched the whole season actually. So what happened is a lot of managers gauge players on the 5 days training they have. Game, all right. So based on the training, they say, okay, these guys can do it. Put first 11. You know. So first 11 always choose training the guys gone through injuries and all that. So the first 11 which Jose has, Ole has, is based on what he sees in training. So maybe what he sees is just not true enough. So plan A doesn't work. But again, bro, I need just to answer the question. Um, remember United and Spurs many a decade ago under Ferguson, we were losing about 2-0 or 3-0 in the first half. Hardly. That was United's first 11 losing badly. With some changes, won 5-3 in the second half. So the thing is, the first 11 is always a test. For me, it's a beta. It's not best 11 we have. But this is a probable winning team, so that's why they put the first 11. So I think that comeback thing is part of the whole squad. Part of the whole squad. If I can't do it, another player do it, but I know it will be 1 to 3 points. So I think that mentality is more important. What I see.
Looks like we got comment for you on Sina. United are back where I love them. Six. Like a number of UCL LFC got. I mean, at least we didn't get big. At
Yeah,
least
yeah.
United didn't quite beat 7-2. Right. Sina, I
This year
have a question for
Champions
you.
because we're going to win the Premier League.
Yeah. Remember the
Yes.
number, 2019. Remember the
Uh,
number 2019. Just remember that in the head. We came, we
okay.
saw, we conquered, we outgrew. But anyway, it's okay.
Right. I mean, I just going to say something contradicting to what Dinesh said.
Yes.
Dinesh said we need time. Ole needs time. He has his plan, but every time Ole seems to have no tactic. Like Reichsberg against Nagelsmann against Ole. One fella told all his best players there to go out and play how you think you can play. The German coach just had in mind, this is how I go in and nullify Bruno, this is how I go in and nullify Rashford, Greenwood. They came out with a strategy. Ole doesn't come out. Your big games that you mentioned, Dinesh, like against City and everything all, United basically sat down deep counter. So it was a very counter-attacking football they had. So when they play against smaller team, when Ole needs to use his tactics, he has to find. That means there has to be plan B or plan C. He doesn't come up.
Furthermore, you only need a draw that game.
If you
Yes.
ask me,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would have
if you
second.
ask
I
So
me,
would
what?
second.
it was a
So what
panic.
do you think? Yeah. So
It
how's
was a
what do
panic.
you think, Selena? Is he just on pure luck or is he effective? Or does he need time like how Dinesh said?
No, that's the best thing, you know. We know the irony about this, right? The last time I had this talk show is when we just won against Leipzig 5-0, you know, and I was so excited talking about the diamond formations and all this, you know. I still remember all this. So then today here I am again after we knock out from the Champions League, you know. So it is just totally different thing. I would second what Vino said just now. The tactical is the one I'm actually furious about, you know. Why is it we have not seen much improvement yet, you know? And talking about the game against PSG, that game we could have won, and we know what was a mistake made by Ole. These are the small mistake that I feel that Ole should have overcome it. It's really more than two season now. He should have actually known who is the best substitution he can use. The game against PSG that cost us the red card that cost us and then choosing Marshall, the open goal that we missed, all these kind of things that is like came to our minds that why it has to be done and all that. And then the game again Leipzig, you know this game is do or die. It's a do or die game, you know. You of course you can just get a draw or win. But even with that, you have to put in your mind you have to win the game. Don't talk about drawing. You have to win with the game. And then you came and you saw the lineup. The lineup was the three at the back. You have seven defensive midfielders. Like, how do you gonna like play that? The moment when you saw the first goal in already, it's already one for you, you know. It's 2 minutes, you know, just the beginning of the 2 minutes. And it came from where? From the left. When one Bisaka was there, you know, I can tell you who's this Angelino, he has a freedom on the pitch at that moment. All the attacks are coming on the left, you know. And then one Bisaka, there's the second goal also came exactly the same way. Again, also from one Bisaka. It's like helpless already, you know, at that time. At that time, I believe Ole should have Ole should have changed the formation. He should have known that time itself that after 2-0 down, he would have changed it. He knew it doesn't work anymore. But he does not change it. He has wait until the second half. And then talk about substitutions. What puzzled me is like, okay, for me, I know Pogba is the inconsistent player. I would agree on that. But for this game, I know he would have showed up. Why? Because I think I've known Pogba's attitude very well. The moment you're gonna tell that you're gonna sell him or you're gonna move somewhere, that's the game that you play very well. It's proven. And I know that very well he's gonna do this. He's gonna do us favor for this game. But taking him in mid of second half, and then the game changed, but then you're taking it after like a while, and then you're taking out Silas ahead of Shaw at that time. All this like puzzle, let's just say the changes, the substitution, and now I came to thought, right, like is Ole is good enough to take the pressure, because you see we have lost three semi-finals before, is the big game is the one who's making him nervous to make a decision or all that, this game really I was really really devastated because I remember how we won against PSG first leg, how we won against Leipzig first leg. We were so excited, we know that we can have done it, we can have do it, but then we come to the second leg, it's all come in the opposite way. And I'm sorry to say, but I have to put Ole at blame for this. He has to take the blame for this also because it's his decision that's going to change it. Of course, players play a part as well, Maguire as well, the third goal, he could have done better. He has a captain with an 80 million mark. It's ridiculous seeing him on the field still as a captain. But, again, I know players have to take the blame as well. But for Ole, I think Ole has to. I'm a person who favor Ole all the way before this, but only after a few games, I'm trying to understand him. But at the same time, you're trying to see how is it not possible. The games against PSG, it's everyone knows this. Fred should have taken out, but you put him in game, and there's a potential red card if you're gonna you're gonna take the risk.
He
So
thought
how
VAR
can
will
you
come
not
and
think
save
about
you
it?
guys. He knew VAR will save Fred.
Sorry?
Anyway, okay, we have comment. He knew VAR would save. VAR would
Yeah,
save.
yeah,
But okay, Nicholas has came out and said that Ole's sub decision are really baffling. It's like Ole is playing fantasy football for the first time,
exactly.
experimenting. Not, it's true. Let's take last night game. You are chasing 2 goals down, 3 goals down. You are chasing. Instead of taking out Shaw, you take out Teles. Okay, fine. You are
Exactly.
coming back. Your last two substitution baffled. You bring in Tuanzembe and Fosu Mensah when you got Mata, Lingard, okay, whatever you say about Lingard, you still had attacking options on the bench. You don't use any. So end of the day, Dinesh, it's like Ole, as much as we want him to stay, but he's not. There's no progress. There's no baby steps that you mentioned. He takes one step ahead, he's 2 steps at the back.
Okay, no, Vinod, I agree with you and Rena on a few things of the decision making and all that. Then again, United has been clearing coaches way too often since 2013. You know, so I feel like when Moyes came in, we didn't have a hope. When Van Gaal came in, he was taking attitude. When Jose came in, third season syndrome with Pogba and all that. So we cannot be doing this. So for me, I feel that Ole has proven a bit things in his first season, 11 games in a win and all these things. So if you do it then, you can do it now. But of course, the decision making is very important. But then again, managing a big club for the first time in your career, it takes time. It takes time. Even on a bad season last season, we still finish the top 4, top 3, or whatever. We still did something.
Thanks to Bruno for that. If not,
Exactly. So it comes back to this, Rena, or anybody here. Always signings. Okay, signings. If you evaluate the signing, someone said earlier that Wan Bissaka was supposed to be the best in the world. We never heard of Wan Bissaka prior to coming United. He was a Crystal Palace player, quite a quiet and all that. He came, he proved it. By the way, only close to him because he's one of the most trusted right back we have in the team right now. That's hands off.
Okay,
Okay?
Dinesh, I'm
I,
going to
I mean,
part it on this signing part. You mentioned signing. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
There are few bad signings. Igalo does not start. You
Mm.
renew contract for Jones, you ship him out. Matic, he wasn't in the team, then you renew his contract, then you're forcefully giving him games. So is there a direction that United is heading, or is there someone else influencing the team? It seems
Okay.
to be there's a second hand in the team.
Yeah. So the thing is, if you look at the certain recently an article came 2 days ago on the pay structure of United players and managers, and back when Ferguson came, the manager was earning like really big amount compared to
Yeah.
what Ole is earning right now. So for me, Ole is still a puppet behind Ed Woodward and the whole gang behind that. Right. So if you to see the transfer market and the signings and all that, Ole did not get any one signing he wanted last season. Not even one signing he got. The ones he wanted. He didn't get. What he never expected, he got. Cavani, Teles. Even I think
And the
Van
back
Beek
also.
also. Yeah. He wanted Sancho and also the Leipzig and what is his name? Right. So he wanted that. So ask me, is Ole going to sign a check or Woodward going to sign a check? So the problem here is just not about the footballing part of it, but who's controlling it back. That's why every fans want Woodward out more than Ole out, or Glazers out more than Ole out.
that's true. That's
So,
true.
so the problem starts at the very top of the hierarchy, and it comes all the way to
David has
Ole.
come out and said Ole has to leave. We have great lineup at United. Other managers can do wonder. What do you say?
Jose Mourinho came last 2 seasons. He did wonder the first season, second season and third season wonderfully out. He got what he wanted. Van Gaal signed a new set of five players: Di Maria, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Schneiderlin, Memphis Depay, and Herrera. What did he do? There's a lot of great managers out there, of course, no doubt. But trust me, I personally can tell you in a year time, we can sit down the same place on the same Thursday. I can tell you only pull something out of that. I'm very, very, very sure about it.
No,
Yes,
actually, I agree with you, Dinesh. Because even for me, the reason why I don't like we keep changing manager, it's not healthy. Actually, that is the reason why I want to keep supporting Ole, because I can see he's improving. It's there's some things in him that he's going to improve. But the moment I keep saying this, the moment I keep putting trust on him, and this is one of the matches that it's very important, do or die. But then you lose it. Semi-final the last season, you do or die, you lose it because of the formation, because of the wrong choice of players. So I just don't want the same things to expect to happen again. So of course we don't mind giving Ole more times and all that,
yeah,
like Sena was saying just now, are you having falling in love with UEL or what? You keep going there, you keep going there. It's okay. This kind of game that we're having now, it's okay, we go there. But my it was a bit sad, seriously, because I really wanted us to play Champions League faster so long, and then just we were the top of the group, before this. You can imagine knockout. It's like
correct.
the
Correct. I
pain
agree
is
with you. I agree
devastating.
with you. But about
Okay.
many years ago, even United was knocked out from Basel. Remember, under Ferguson, we got knocked out in the group
Yes.
stage also. We had a
Mm.
time, even under Ferguson. No, this happens. It happens because, trust me, I think I told last week, United will lose this Champions League second round chance because of the Istanbul game. All right. That was the reason why
Mm.
United were out. It's not even Leipzig or PSG. The moment we lost to Istanbul, I knew we were out because my complacency got into their heads. PSG and Leipzig got into their heads. Winning 5-0 against Leipzig got to their heads. That's why they went to Germany thinking that it'd be the first time they're going to whack a German team at Germany. I knew it, they're going to lose. It's obvious. Because why? Overconfidence. 5-0 to a semi-finalist of last season. You think you're lucky? Yeah, you're very lucky in that particular day. But not any other day. That's it.
Then comment him on Pua. Remember, Alex Ferguson was given time. Those Jurgen Klopp was given time. Don't do anything rush. Stay with Ole. Let's give Ole
Respect.
this time. Yeah.
Right.
I
Anyway,
would say with
that's the
Ole also, but
comment.
I just hope they will change on the formations and all this. Like, at
Yes.
least he done his tactical and all this. This is what I want him to know. After this, I don't want later we go another semi-finals or FA Cup or all that, right? Then we're gonna screw up again because of the same reason: wrong formation, wrong choose, wrong player choosers and all that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
No, I
Yeah.
mean,
fingers
as
crossed.
what Denise
Yeah,
said,
hopefully lah. Really, it was really devastating, to be honest.
clear off your bad apples. Hopefully things get better. Anyway, I think Ole didn't want to be in Champions League because he knew he would beat Liverpool then. So just give them the seventh title. Continue on.
Liverpool and Barcelona, one more time. Come on, one more time.
Do you have the chance to play against us?
So, okay, Kishan, Rangers versus United. Lovely cushion header by Gerard. Gerard, you beauty. Hey, Kishan. I think Rangers will get knocked out then. Okay, guys. I mean, as much as United is struggling with tactics and everything, Spurs is flying there. For my ex-coach of United, used to be below Arsenal. Arsenal used to be whipping everybody up. And now you guys are being the whipping boys? What's going on in the Emirates? Sashi, what went
Okay,
wrong?
right. Firstly, we had a change of mentality. Hold on. We had a change of mentality when it comes to football after Wenger left. When Wenger was still around, what happens is that we stick on to a style of play, which is we go around playing a flamboyant style, having flair on the game, and so on. We used to have four creative midfielders on the pitch at the same time, four to five, and one striker at the most. Sometimes not even one striker. We have all six creative midfielders on the pitch. So that's how he used to create chances and he used to play. And basically, most of the chances created is unpredictable. It doesn't come in one way. Right now, what has been happening is that we are more focused on defensive. When Wenger left the last season, we were actually like conceding more than scoring. We did score quite a number of goals, but we were conceding a lot. So to fix this problem, what they did was to hire a manager who came in with Emery. He came down and he tried to fix out the defense, and he tried to make the difference in transitions. He failed. He was doing well at the first 23 unbeaten games before four bad games, 4 to 5 bad games, and he's out. And when Arteta came in, he totally changed the style, and then he adapted to this, totally given into the style of defending against the big teams, especially against Liverpool, against the likes of Man City, against Man United at times. Sit down, given the ball away, and just attacked it on the counter. And they were lucky to win a few games actually, even though they win about 2 trophies. So what's really happening right now when you don't actually replace the number of amount of creative players on the pitch. So right now you have. I'm not saying Ozil is a solution. He's never a solution. I think he's out of the game and he should be leaving Arsenal. He's also causing negative vibes around the team actually, and we left. We sold some player, good player like Mkhitaryan, which I think would have solved some creative issue at the moment. And he should actually it depends on the choice of players where he could have chosen gone against few creative players on the pitch like Reece Nelson, um, Smith Rowe, few Denny Ceballos, instead of trying to make them play in a one fixed position. And right now, most of the play comes from the wing, which I think we are giving too many crosses from the left and right, and we were hoping Aubameyang could strike it. If you actually look at it, Aubameyang's main strength is not from the air. He's not a striker who actually scores you headers. He's a striker who runs off to through balls, dribbles past defenders, shoot from long range, and being good in link-up plays. If you have a Giroud, then you can play the same way right now. So if you don't have a Giroud and you don't have a player, you have to play in a way that suits the team. At the moment, he's not doing so.
Okay. Ayani or Tazweed, how do y'all find? I mean, as a Spurs fan, looking at where Arsenal is. I mean,
We,
you had
we, love
your
it. We love it. Let them be there.
okay.
Uh,
From your point of view, what do you think went wrong at Arsenal?
okay, first of all, what I can see from the uh, game against us, actually, Arsenal, they don't shoot. They shy to shoot, I think. They don't tackle. When you see Son's first goal, they even have challenged him, actually. And also, I think they don't have any playmaker nowadays. I think they miss Ozil a lot. They should bring Ozil back,
No,
at least, or else just bring or
no.
sell him to get a more other creative playmaker.
The
That's the
problem is he
thing.
doesn't want to go. He's on a high
Actually,
payroll. Nobody wants to
there's
buy
a
him.
question for you. Will comeback Ozil solve your midfield?
No,
Yeah,
never.
at least they have, yeah. But at least if you don't want to, you just sell him and get other player to be in to replace the like Lacazette or other players, which is actually not effective on the midfield.
No, I think that's it. I think I what wonders me is that why they played by the wing and made all the crosses. How many times? I mean, the stat says that Aubameyang scored with a head, with a header. You know,
Goals.
and they keep crossing the ball. Probably because of the tactical. You know, the middle is compact. Spurs, you know, and they play on the side and they cross, and Aubameyang is actually horrible in hitting the ball. And actually, there's one time when Romain got a chance. I think Toby blocked it. That's the way they need to, get the ball through Aubameyang. And I honestly agree with Agwe. You don't have really a good playmaker. And come on, Zaka is like DM and also playmaker at the same time. I don't see that. Actually, you guys are lacking of playmaker. You don't have it at all. And and I don't understand Arsenal when doing against Spurs, right? Usually they will go and bash, the decider, they will go and they're going to tackle. I don't see any of that. I
Yeah,
don't see any
yeah,
of that.
that's
I was
right.
looking forward for that actually. The North London rivalry, the derby, the fights. I didn't see that. I think you guys are too nice, lah. To be honest, playing against Spurs for respect or whatnot. But I can see also how Mourinho playing a mind game, saying that Arteta is a very good coach. Blah 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 blah. I was laughing.
Yeah, yeah, he did that. He did that today. So he said that Man U gonna win the Europa League.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, oh,
yeah. That's right. He's the best contender there.
You see,
But
Ayani and Joe,
actually, yeah, to be honest, I miss the like Santi Gazzola and Aaron Ramsey
Oh
in the
yeah,
midfield. Yeah, they've been hard to us the other day, right, Yanni?
yeah,
yep,
exactly.
yep. Okay.
Actually, I agree with some things, but at the moment, like I said, we used to play with at least four creative midfielders on the pitch. You see, at the same time, you will have Ramsey, you will have Santi Cazorla, you have Wilshere, you have Rosicky, you name it. You have all players on the pitch, and you have a backup on your bench, just in case anything goes wrong. The system with Wenger was totally different. You play the half flamboyantly, and whatever happens on the pitch, if you are down, he already has the answer. What went wrong on the first half? When you go back to your dressing room, you come out straight away. You will see a response, and you will have a timed substitutions. Like with Wenger, you will always see 68th minute, 70th minute, 75th minute, and 80th minute. You will have a definite substitution to change the game if the dynamics didn't change. But with Arteta, I think he's quite too complacent. He's not chasing the game up. Even when you're losing, I remember we are even losing 4-0 with what is that, Reading. We ended up winning the game 7-5. So that was how he actually has a plan B to actually win the game, but not with Arteta. And I actually thought his first thing will actually last. Remember, you were playing in a very, very stylish player passion way before Pochettino actually coaching the Spurs. But when Pochettino came up, he actually built up a discipline whereby he doesn't root into the flag game anymore. He was more into effective style playing game. But with Mourinho, you are changing it back into a more defensive, pro-defensive style. It might work now, but you see, who do you have as a backup? You have an injury. Nobody.
not for a long
At the
term.
moment,
Yeah.
you're going right. You are actually winning. You are actually on the quarterfinal of EFL Cup. You are in FA Cup. You are in Europa League. But what happens when one of your key players injured? Anything happens to Son, that's it. Bale is not the same Bale anymore. You're having a golf player as a backup, bro. He's not. He's no longer a football player now. And right
Yeah,
now
I
he's on a
mean,
transfer a football
I
player.
agree.
when Son is injured, Bale is actually back to fitness, so no problem.
You, I mean, you're only relying on the understanding between Son and also Kane. And of course, you are also building up a team defense. As in the game, I see as the game goes on after the halftime, what I see from Mourinho is that he's putting on all these unknown defensive lineups, even only retaining Son and Kane, if I'm not mistaken. It's basically shutting down everything. You're playing on a formation like 8-2. That's your formation, bro. So you're not going to
That's it.
last that long with that formation. Sooner or later, some teams will actually come up.
Formation against Man U, we whacked them 6-1. We whacked Man City 2-0. So I mean, it depends on the team. It depends on situation. That's why Mourinho is good at it. During the game, you start to open up our defense. That's why they bring another two defensive player just to get a clean sheet. Because to them, we don't need to score anymore. So it's not
But
about per se for Mourinho, we just getting the result. Against Southampton, we whacked them 5. We scored 5 against Southampton. It depends on the team. That's why I say Mourinho did his studies. He is a serial winner, so that's why he knows, that's why he is where he is. If you think that you will play all the time against Crystal Palace, so we're going to park the bus. Against West Brom, we're going to park the bus. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to put 8 players. It depends on the team, it depends on the situation. And in the mid game, he saw something. He saw Lacelso in a red card. He changed. So that is, to me, is a brilliant manager who thinks during the game. Before the game, he has a plan, and during the game, he also have a plan. And after he scored first, you guys are going nuts. Don't let Spurs score first. When Spurs score first, you guys are going bonkers. He knows
No, I
what
don't think so.
he knows how to, he knows how to defend.
I
When
don't
he
think so,
scored
man.
Man City cannot even. They
I
will
don't think
say,
so. This is quite different from his team in Chelsea. This is very different from his team in Chelsea, where he used to have effective defenders. In Spurs, he doesn't have that luxury. He's actually managing by building the whole team around the defense. You will see a lot of individual errors.
I mean,
he,
by the end
using
of the day, it's about being efficient and
we
effective.
have, and we are the
Yes,
least team that is conceding goals. Which you
yes,
said all
exactly.
the defenders that he has, he
I
managed
will
to
give him.
calm
I
down the
will give
English.
him till. I will give him best till January. Then you'll see.
I
Because
Sashi,
Mourinho is a
come on,
money man.
Sashi.
He needs to be backed with cash.
Come on,
One
He
Sashi.
thing,
I think
never
you get
he
annoyed
never
with us.
performed without
Actually, you
any
get
cash.
annoyed because we are
hey,
two zero down, and you
Arsenal,
actually get annoyed that we park the bus.
Arsenal and Arteta, they can really 360 degrees to Mourinho now. Which is like, you know,
I think it's all about the 3 points. It's all about the 3 points. It's all about
Sashi,
So
I think you're not too worried about us. Actually, you should worry
But
about
Shashi,
your
it's okay.
team.
You beat us, right?
I just
Please
advise
brag
you,
no, no,
about
no.
it.
don't go down too far because I won't see you next season. Sorry to say that.
Listen,
You are just get annoyed to us because you are
sorry,
2
Shafiq
zero
and
down,
Naryani.
and you actually
I
annoyed
actually
we are
like.
going to park the bus.
I
That's
I
what
actually
think
you're
I
used to
think
doing.
like Spurs way of playing. I actually respect them as a rival, actually,
Yes.
because not London Derby used to be a very interesting affair with lots of goals, lots of flares, lots of good games. And even in this game, I think you guys scored two beautiful goals, which I don't think we can defend. Any team could defend. That is a well taken goal, no doubt about it. It's not a problem of defense or anything. It's a good goal.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, Liverpool versus Spurs. Since Sina brought it up, is Spurs going to park the bus? Just say like how Tashi says,
Definitely.
they park the bus. I mean, if does Spurs park the bus, we let's not talk about bus. Mourinho has even parked an aeroplane. He might do a double decker there. So can
aeroplane
the
Ocho.
player of Liverpool get past that? What do you think?
I'm not worried. I'm not really worried about Mourinho parking the bus or getting a defensive strategy coming into Anfield. I'm just worried about Harry Kane. Uh, he has this
Looks like we lost Dave
notice.
again. Oh, right.
I kind of actually noticed Harry Kane that he has this dirty tactics to just get behind a defender who's jumping on him and get a foul or a penalty or free kick just right at the edge of the D box. So this is where the VAR will come into and eventually spoil the entire beauty of the game. So I'm not worried about Mourinho's defensive strategy or he wants to park the bus or whatever because we still have the way to get in there. But the only person I'll be worried is Harry Kane.
Yeah,
He's very dangerous. He's getting all his um, these dirty tactics right, and he's getting all the calls from VAR or referee recently. So that's the only thing I'll be very worried about.
I mean, as a Barca fan, how do
If
you
I, if
see?
it's if it's a fair game, then We will see how it goes.
I mean, as a Barca fan, we had this topic about Arsenal and Spurs. One they park the bus, another one's about talking about gameplay. From your point of view, what do you go for? Results or gameplay?
See, when you talk about Mourinho, the best thing he does is he knows how to find space for his strikers. It may be ugly, may not be very beautiful, but he knows how to do that. When he doing things right, it's all rainbows and sunshine for the fans. But when things go wrong, actually you will hate him. It will be very boring. When he cannot do that, it will be very boring. Right now, yes, it is very nice to watch a very fluid counter attacking.
Yes,
Hopefully
Yep,
that
yep.
remains. I'm hoping that remains because I like to watch that. But when it goes wrong,
eventually
it will be
teams will
worrying.
read that. Other teams will read that up.
Eventually.
I mean, Mourinho have been doing this for years. You
Yeah.
know,
That's why
if
you always fail after the second season.
you know, I think that's not the point because they already know and they already expected what he's going to play. The same tactic against Man City is the same tactic he did it again against the same manager, and we still win the same 2-0. You see, so I mean, um, Mourinho is a serial manager, a serial winner, to be honest. He knows what to do. It's not that, you guys have been labeling him as top the bus because always against the top team, he will do that. But not against the lower team, he will not do that. He will not part the bus. Why you want to part the bus? He needs to score goals, he needs to get points.
I
He's
think I don't think Mourinho does that, but it's just that probably as I said, it's a defensive strategy. It's not about parking the bus. I don't
yeah.
see Mourinho have done that, but it's part of the game. But there is something else like
It's like we lost Dave again.
I'm doing anything bad.
I mean,
Well,
a
it's
lot.
not Mary
I'm
now.
just
It's
worried
not
about
Mary
that.
now. Let's wait until January.
Sashi.
Tapi
I don't know where you sit then until January.
No, I think Arsenal will definitely come back. Arsenal will definitely come back. January they will not
I
come back.
think
Bro, you
I
gotta
think one of
start
the
winning
biggest.
up, bro.
I really hope that he actually plays William Saliba, the likes of William Saliba, and give the younger players a chance at the moment because if you're not getting the result, at least play them up. I'm not worried of getting relegated. We are never relegated in our history, bro.
You might. You might now.
That's always first
No,
time.
Touch wood.
it's it's too impossible, bro. We can actually go through hands eyes closed.
Is it?
very confident statement coming from Kashi. Okay, guys, good one. I mean, let's move on to the next topic. If not, I think we can go on and talking about this, especially when we have Spurs and Arsenal on board. Okay, let's go to Champions League. I mean, we just round up group stage. Some teams went through, some teams struggled, some teams were leading, but then just decided to give it out to someone else. So,
Hmm.
a quick one. Let's start on Kuga. Kuga, who do you think was the best achiever or the one that did not perform well in the Champions League? Who was your biggest
I don't.
disappointment?
My biggest disappointment is Real Madrid going through. I was really hoping for them to not go through. So, no, Barcelona had like 5 wins in a row. They were struggling. Suddenly they are top of the group. We are second in the group. I can't take that actually. I can't believe.
Okay, since you brought up Real Madrid, do you think they can get it past the round of 16?
Round of 16, yes. They are struggling before this because they don't have Sergio Ramos. Now he's back. I think if he stays, they can go until quarterfinal or semi. Not win. I don't think so. They have something. They have that before they won 3 times in a row. I don't think that. I don't think they have that anymore. But still, they're Real Madrid.
Okay, so your biggest disappointment is Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Who was your most outstanding achievement?
Outstanding achievement. Say Bayern maybe. They are always playing good football and winning. Not just winning, good football and winning.
Lewandowski was
I enjoy
awesome.
watching.
He's awesome right now.
Yeah, Bayern has been flying. If I give you a take, who do you think Champions League this season? Can Barca win it or not this season?
I hope we win it. I hope. But if not Barca, I would say I don't want Bayern to win again.
Please don't say
I
Liverpool.
hope.
Please don't say Liverpool.
No,
Whoever
no,
it
no,
is,
no.
don't say Liverpool.
Juventus.
To be honest, I don't want any English club to win. So I rather Dortmund or something, Juventus or something.
Oh, so you're anti-English. Oh, Kitchen has came up. Imagine waking up to UL music. Oh, cikgu music.
Oh, Man
Nice
United
one. I
Malaysia.
hope
Wow,
Manchester
sensitive
United
that.
can say, oops, dah out je.
Betul.
Man U tak nak menang Champions League semua. Boring dah menang. 3
Man
kali.
U
Actually,
tak dapat je penyertaan lah.
As long as I wake up on the weekdays, I don't mind. Any day is okay.
Real
for
Madrid,
me,
Barcelona 16. Nanti memang habis kalau jumpa City or Bayern. I mean, we're going to have a huge, quite good lineup for round of 16. Let's see how it goes. Dave, how about you?
yep.
Which team is your biggest disappointment and overachievers?
A biggest disappointment would be a shocking elimination of Ajax Amsterdam from our own group, Group D, and they were actually the favorites. I mean, the second favorites. I mean, I wouldn't say Liverpool was the favorite of the group, but on the paper, Liverpool was the favorite of the group. Ajax was the second to Liverpool there, but it was a really shocking result last night. And for me, the best club achieved City actually had 16 points out of 18. Uh, and I guess they have a very good chance of trying it again because they were just about to be in the semi-finals last season, or were they in the semi-finals? No, they were in the quarterfinals. So this is a second. I mean, it's a second inning for Pep to win it or lose it. So I would say City has a good chance to win it. Other than that, Bayern could struggle this season. Real Madrid, I don't see them passing round 16. I don't even see Liverpool passing even quarterfinal. Chelsea has a very good chance. I would go for Dortmund, and the other one, Juventus, could be the champions of this season.
This one going to go to Kuga. Adakah Barcelona akan menang 4-0 lagi? Wah, he came back. So what do you think? Can Barca go back?
With who actually? Depends on who.
With
Depends
Liverpool?
on
But I
who.
think, I
No,
guess
we went worse than 4-0. We went to 8-2. So 4-0 is nothing for us actually.
And the other shocking thing for me is actually the group H, where United had been leading the group with 9 points, and they were just close. They just needed a draw, 2 points from the last two games, or even 6 points. It doesn't matter, but they just needed 2 points from the last two games to go through. Uh, Going back to last season, we had 9 points and we qualified into the next round. And even 9 points this season, you couldn't even make it to the next round. So the competition is getting tougher and tougher in Europe. So teams have to buck up. United have to go again, try again next season. Even trying winning a Europa League and coming into Champions League again. So that was one of the most disappointed thing for me. I was actually expecting.
Dave, I think we did not want to lose in the quarterfinals in the round of 16 like last year. So just decided, forget it, just go to Europa League.
I mean, I was really disappointed to see them out of the group stages.
Takzik, what about you for Champions League?
I would say either Juventus and Bayern.
You
To
and
be
Bayern.
honest, yeah.
Disappointment?
Oh, what else? United. I'm sorry, guys.
No, yes. I would agree that even I was still devastated until now.
Because it's actually just need 2 point and you just blow it.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Okay. They're trying to blow off things like this. Ayani, what about you, Ayani?
We'll go the same same teams lah. City, Juve, and Bayern. And biggest disappointment is Ajax and Man U.
Mm.
Almost similar. Village?
Um, my disappointment was, of course, United, but the bigger disappointment actually was Inter Milan. They didn't even go
Yeah,
to the Europa. They were bottom of their club of their table. They're out of the Europe. So I was very a bit not disappointed. I was a bit shocked because those are the big team right now in Italy. So that
and
was
I
a
think
disappointment.
they never get past
And
group stage for a few years already, right?
no, but
Yeah.
I thought with Lukaku and all these characters there, they might do something. But ouch. But I think the one who will win this tournament would be Juventus. Reason being is because of this thing Ronaldo had of the six Ballon d'Or. He might just push it further. I think we will go all out for it because time's coming up very soon. He might just push the entire team. So I think Juventus got a high chance along with Bayern Munich. But Bayern, we just see how it goes. We just see how it goes.
Ini disappointment for you. This for you.
No, 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 no. I agree with Stena that about Lukaku, but they really played well last season in Serie A with Inter Milan. So I thought they at least get a third place, to go to the Europa. So I saw the table like, wow, we don't even make the Europa. So I was a bit like, wow, it's a big team out. So yeah, I think Juventus is the biggest uh, threat for Bayern.
Okay, next one. Yeah, can you tell me another? Lina, what about you?
Me, is it? Sorry, I didn't get it. Yeah,
Yes, you.
yeah. For me, biggest disappointment, I think no doubt is definitely Manchester United. It was just like just few points only, but we just bottled it up. I was really, really devastated until today, and like I think it's one of the defeat I cannot accept. But that's the biggest disappointment for me. And I think to win the Champions League, I would be same as you guys also. I think top will be Juventus and Bayern, and I'm hoping it's not Liverpool again or coming again or whatever. So it has to be Juventus lah or Bayern or something like that.
Liverpool might be a bit hard lah this
No,
time.
I wouldn't even write them off at the moment, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Sashi, what about you, Sashi?
Okay, I think the overachievers first. Overachievers, I think Borussia Mönchengladbach, and as
Yep,
well as
Finally, someone.
Atalanta.
exactly,
And
exactly.
Atalanta, both these teams actually overperformed to my expectation. Even though Atalanta is actually doing it in a consistent basis now, it's already 2 seasons running. And the team that I think would be best suited to win this time around, I think my opinion will be different because I think even though I don't fancy this team, but I kind of get a feeling that they are going to do something. It's PSG and also Chelsea.
Hmm.
Wow.
Reason
Very
being,
interesting. Yep, very
reason being,
interesting.
because, PSG has been very consistent right now. I think for the last 2 seasons, even though they struggled in the first few games, I think they lost to Man United, and that was a blow. And then people were counting them off. I think they are back to where they were, and Neymar looks like a different Neymar right now for the first time after leaving Barcelona.
But Sashi, they are struggling in the league.
Sorry.
Their form in the league in France is not as good as in Champions League. So do they have the momentum? And if you look at PSG, you take out Mbappe, you take out Neymar, there's no one else. The depth is worrying stuff for PSG. Chelsea, on the other hand, yes, they are replicating their best performance since they won the last Champions League. So we could see a new winners this season. Let's see how it goes.
I think it's a case of prioritizing the tournament. I think Barcelona is still doing the same thing. If you see their form in the league, it's indifferent from what you are seeing on the European Championships. Same goes to Arsenal as well. I think
Arsenal,
yes, they are performing well in Europe and also cup competitions, but in league they seem to be like you know perhaps knockout tournament suits them more, and Barcelona wants to win the Champions League more than La Liga. And PSG as well, they've been winning the league for don't know how many seasons running. So I think it's time for them to put the focus on Champions League to be considered as a big club. I think their owners would feel the same.
Right. Selina, quick one. There's a question for you. Kenapa tak nak Liverpool? Champions League Liverpool ni lain macam sikit. Do you want to take it on?
No, definitely not Liverpool for me. You know that for sure. From the day one, I've been telling, even for Premier League also, I don't mind Spurs winning it also, even like my close rivals, City winning also, I don't mind. Definitely not Liverpool. Because this year, Liverpool win, they're going to have same title winners, 2020. Oh my God, I can't take the things on me anymore.
I think there's nothing wrong about it, right?
No, there's
Yeah,
Right,
it's
nothing
just
that,
wrong
it's
about
just
it.
rivalry, nothing. But actually, to be honest, Klopp has done a great job. Actually, to be honest,
History
the moment
Channel.
now with the injuries they're having, right? It's really I was really shocked to see the games against Leicester. It was like mind blowing. The change and all this he did. Yeah, so yes, he did a good job. But as a rival
Thanks for
fan, I wouldn't
subscribing.
want to see my rivals winning it. Yeah,
You
sorry.
you can't see much around teams using a defensive midfielder as a centre back.
Mm.
You need guts to do that. You need plan to do that. You really need to have that. Uh, you, you know, uh, as I said, you need the guts to do that. I mean, he's trying it out. So, I mean, as you said, for me in Champions League, I will still go for Man City because Pep wants to win it more than anyone else in the world right now.
Pep is a fraud.
Dave, we wanted to win here for so many seasons, but he
Yeah, I
never
Dave,
get
mean,
it.
let's
I
face it.
couldn't
Pep had
see
a
them.
good team in Barcelona, and that's it.
yeah, but even
And
even
after
you
that,
you gotta agree that of course they are struggling a bit now in Premier League, except
but I,
for having yeah, go
Dave,
on.
Dave, I think the only thing that which he is consistent right now is winning the EFL tournament. That's what he has
Yeah,
been doing
yeah,
better than Pellegrini or Mancini. Other than that,
yep.
I don't see him being better than Mancini or Pellegrini in that sense. He won a league, they won a league, so what?
okay, Sini,
No,
Sini,
no,
Sini, Sini,
but I think personally, Pep Guardiola, I think he lost his touch because when he left Barcelona with Bayern Munich or anybody, he didn't win Champions League because he didn't have Messi, Iniesta with him. So I think
Yeah.
Pep is just about Messi, Iniesta. I think personally, I feel like that. But if he can win a Champions League this year, it shows that he's a better manager than depending on players. But it's going to
okay.
be tough.
We have the
He had
best
a
person
better
to go
squad
this
when he was
weekend.
in Bayern, and he couldn't do it.
When we
He
need
got hammered.
Juventus
He
to
got
win,
hammered by Real Madrid. He got hammered by Real Madrid badly.
yeah.
Yes,
But when we say
he had a
Juventus,
far
is
stronger team in
Pirlo
Bayern.
being yeah? When we say Juventus, is Pirlo being lucky to have all these players right now that he has in the squad?
Furlough.
Yeah,
I think he's lucky to have players like Dybala, Ronaldo, the back line and all that. But see, being lucky is one thing, but knowing how to use them and get into their heads to follow what they want is the most important
yeah,
thing. So
yep,
come
yep.
come next round, and if he can go through some more, then it shows that luck is just not the only thing, but he could actually penetrate through their egos.
Okay,
Okay,
Pirlo,
right.
ini Azwiq, we have a comment here from Cikgu Mizi. Spurs winning EPL. Lawak paling hebat abad ni.
Bro,
Oi, Cikgu
Leicester
Mizi,
won the EPL, bro.
I
Leicester
don't
won
know
the
why.
EPL.
He just wants Spurs
what's
to
your
win. After
language?
win, is it?
Oi, Leicester done it before. Leicester won it
Yeah,
once, right? Who don't
yeah.
who and it become to Malaysia. They have a Leicester fan club all of a
but
sudden,
Tazri,
right?
Tazri,
So
you have
what?
a
Bro,
better chance
anybody,
of winning
anybody
EFL.
can win the title. Anybody
Yeah,
can win the
anyone,
title.
right? Anyone.
Yeah.
Even Leeds also
39,
can win
38.
it.
Yeah, 38
Come on,
games
take
to
it
be
easy.
good. You won it.
Come on,
But
Cikgu
Jacob
Mizi,
Easy,
why you anti about Spurs?
Jacob
Tazri,
Easy,
I
I
think you'll win the
disagree.
EFL Cup and you'll miss out on the Premier League. You'll win the
Probably he's referring to what happened to Everton and Aston Villa in the first 5 games.
No, but that is Aston Villa and Everton. This is Jose Mourinho, bro. He once you get a grip on the
Yeah.
title, he will never let go.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
he's still
yep. True.
underdog, but the dog is fighting right now.
Yeah.
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 Son Ming Ho, bro.
It,
Soon
Son
to
Ming
be
Ho.
hot dog.
it's gonna be a very
Don't start it, Shashi.
match. It's gonna be a very interesting match at Anfield actually.
Okay, it's been 1 hour and 24 minutes. Before I wrap up, I went through last question to Kuka. Kuka, remember they brought up about Pep earlier that he can't do what he has achieved in Barca. If given a choice, would you take him back to Barcelona? Is he
You
done?
would.
No, no, I don't think so. He had an idea. He used that idea to win, and I don't think so. We can go back to that and win again, like what happened those years. Doesn't happen. Football doesn't work like that.
So
Just
he was
move
lucky
forward.
the
I
last
think
time.
He had the
no, no.
set
He
of
had a good
players.
idea. Something that people never expect from him. Now I think people more or less expect what he can do, what he cannot do. Even he changed the formation like this, like that, so still end up the template is the same. So I
Philosophy of football, you need certain kind of players. You can't just simply, you need a certain kind of players, to adapt to your philosophy. If you don't have that kind of player, that's why I think Asena question whether you can be a good coach doesn't mean that you can be a good manager. You need to buy a certain player that suits your formation. That's why Mourinho is doing a good job. He knows that what is going on in Spurs. Left back, we have left back. We buy Hoiberg, and then we have a backup for Kane. Bring back Bale. It's not 100% fit. He's only 30-40% fit right now. So to me, it's whatever manager like Pep. He has Xavi, he has Iniesta, he have um, Messi. So that's why he can adapt to that kind of philosophy of football. So, but when you don't have that kind of player, how to adapt? You need a special kind of player to adapt to a special kind of philosophy of football. Same like Klopp. How many years he needs to build up Liverpool by players that suit his system? You know, then only Liverpool is what Liverpool is right now. It takes time. He has a philosophy, but when you don't have the player who can deliver your philosophy, he needs to buy a player that can adapt to philosophy. If you understand football is not only playing bola when the ball is in your feet. Football is played when football is most team winning football when they play when the ball is not in their possession. So you can check this out. You can Google all this philosophy of football. You need to play football when football is not in your possession as well. If you
Yep.
play
Yep.
actually
well,
I
you can
agree.
win possession.
I agree with that. I'm just saying that it's more exciting when the ball is in your team's feet, lah,
Of
not on the
course,
other team's feet. It's more exciting. That's the
it's
thing.
good.
Actually.
It works both ways. You need to play. You need to know how to play football when the ball with you, and also you need to play football when the ball is not with you. The space,
Yep. Yep.
cutting the passing lane. That is all skill. That's all
Yep.
knowledge. You know. So when you need to understand as a fan, you need to understand that. Then when you can appreciate football more.
Agree with
Yep.
that.
All right, guys. I mean, let's call off for the day. Good show. We're hitting the 1 hour and 27 minutes. I mean, very insightful. Yes, time has just flied. Very insightful comments. Nice. Good critics. Was eventful, I would say. Any last
Yep.
words? Last shout out, guys. Anyone who wants to give a final comment before we wrap it up for the day?
Let's enjoy the weekend.
Oh yeah, we got Manchester Derby. Oh my god. But Dinesh, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna win this game.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And only
I
will
have a
be
feeling. I have a feeling too that
right.
United
Yeah.
gonna win the game.
I don't know why I want Man U to win this game. I don't know why.
No,
Seriously,
you will see the moment when you think that MU gonna play bad, they're gonna play worse, and Ole gonna be like probably will be sacked or something, and you see it'll turn around. It will win the game.
Ayani, you have to know Ole has a pattern. When
Hmm.
his head is called, he will win. When his head is not called, he will lose. So he has a pattern.
The real meaning of always on the wheel. One day is up, the
Yep.
other day is down. Then he comes back up
Yeah.
again.
The
He's,
winner. That's
he,
right.
Uh,
he just saves himself.
just for Shashi, did you see the new iPhone being invented to Arsenal? Which is no
Bro,
need
that's
to
cool,
you don't
bro.
need to scroll back to scroll down to see your teammates.
Bro, that's
You
cool.
better
That's
buddy.
cool.
Very deep.
Relax, bro.
Oh my God. Sakit tau tak?
Ayani and Satwik, you guys have invitation to talk about
Okay.
another talk show that we have.
It's a fantastic,
Obviously, you guys
fantastic.
there. Hey guys, let's
Thank you,
call it
guys.
off. Let's call it off for the day. Thanks to all the viewers has been watching us. Before I end, again, please help to like, subscribe, and follow our page. Share it out. Thanks for your time again, and I'm signing off from Footy Talk. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.